So, what if by 2026, the world's biggest businesses are all running on a blockchain you've barely even heard of? Today, we're tackling a massive question about the future of enterprise tech. Is Hedera about to become the invisible, silent giant that powers the global economy? Okay, let's get into it. The core question is actually pretty simple. Is Hedera building the one public ledger that huge corporations can and will actually trust with their most critical operations? We're not talking about hype here, we're talking about real-world, bottom-line results. And that's exactly what we're here to figure out. To do that, we're going to dig into their official roadmap, look at the big-name partnerships, and check out the hard data from their developer ecosystem. We really want to see if Hedera's ambitious plans are actually taking root in the real world. All right, first up, the game plan. While so many projects out there are chasing retail hype and crazy market swings, Hedera is playing a completely different game. Their entire vision is built from the ground up to serve the really demanding needs of large-scale businesses that are looking for stability and compliance. And just look at how specific these goals are. We're talking about turning real-world assets, like stocks, into digital tokens. We're talking about streamlining complex corporate payments, and even using AI to automate business logic right there on the ledger. See, this isn't a plan to be just another cryptocurrency. It's a blueprint to become the foundational plumbing for the future of business. But hey, a big vision is one thing. It's absolutely nothing without the tech to make it a reality. So let's get into the blueprint and see exactly how Hedera is building the engine that's supposed to power this whole enterprise-grade future. Their technical roadmap really stands on three crucial pillars. First, scalability, making sure the network can handle a ton of transactions and play nice with existing Ethereum tools. Second, native services, which is about introducing powerful new features directly onto the ledger. And third, security, just constantly hardening the network with advanced cryptography. And that includes things like TSS signatures, which help secure multi-party approvals, and state proofs, which give you rock-solid, verifiable proof that a transaction actually happened. So one of those key native services is something they call hooks. And this is a huge deal for developers. Think of it as a super lightweight, incredibly efficient way to run business logic, like, say, validating a transaction or updating a record, but without all the cost and complexity of a full smart contract. It's built for pure speed and efficiency. And innovative features like hooks don't just appear out of thin air. The entire development process is managed openly through what are called Hedera Improvement Proposals, or HIPs. This whole system provides a structured, transparent, and community-driven way to upgrade the protocol. It ensures the network evolves in a stable, predictable way, which, let's be honest, is exactly what big institutions need. Okay, so we've got the vision and we've got the technical plan, but is anyone actually using it? Is there real-world proof that this whole enterprise strategy is working? Let's take a look at the evidence. Now, this is the kind of adoption Hedera is attracting. We're not talking about small startups here. We're talking about global giants like Tata Communications, a massive leader in digital infrastructure, and McLaren Racing, a household name in high-performance tech. And these aren't just partnerships on paper. They are actively building real applications on the network right now. And beyond those big names, let's look at who's actually building. This development activity data is super telling. It shows that Hedera consistently ranks in the top tier of projects for monthly development commits. We're talking right up there with major players like Cardano and Solana. This shows a serious, dedicated community of developers is actively working on this platform every single day. And the scale of that work is pretty significant. Over 90 active repositories on GitHub. This isn't just one or two small projects. It's a huge, sprawling ecosystem of tools, software kits, and core network services that are constantly being maintained and improved. This is what a healthy, mature technical ecosystem actually looks like. Okay, so we've seen the vision, the tech, and the adoption. Let's pull it all together for the final verdict. Where does Hedera actually stand in the competitive landscape as we look ahead to 2026? Well, let's compare Hedera to a competitor like Solana just to see the difference. While Solana is all about raw speed and massive throughput, Hedera is purpose-built for enterprise needs. We're talking stable governance, a laser focus on security, and alignment with regulatory expectations. They're really just solving different problems for entirely different markets. So this brings us to the central conflict, the main puzzle around Hedera. On one hand, you have tangible, real-world adoption and serious technological development. But on the other hand, you have a market price that doesn't always seem to reflect that progress. And this disconnect is really the key debate surrounding Hedera today. To sum it all up, Hedera really presents a tale of two realities. The strengths are undeniable. The tech is solid, developer activity is high, and institutional adoption is real and it's growing. The challenges, though, are just as real. It faces this persistent market pressure on its price, and it has a more moderate open-source popularity compared to some of its rivals. So here's the bottom line. There is very little doubt that Hedera is building a powerful, corporate-ready engine designed for the future of enterprise. The ultimate question as we look towards 2026 isn't whether the engine will run, it's whether the wider market will finally learn to value what's under the hood.